One day I'm gonna be everything I wanna be. I don't let it get the most of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna be everything I'm gonna be. My future right in front of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna be free.
From the depths of darkness, a voice emerges, a host with a fire burning in his soul. With a heart, steel, and a spirit unbroken, he rides on two wheels, ready to claim his throne. Amidst the chaos and the thunderous roar, insane wheels rise as a force to be reckoned with. Fueled by the power that only metal can bestow, he takes his stand, refusing to submit. Insane wheels hears back to a cry. Metal and mayhem will never die. Rituals report he paves his way. More legend in the making, day by day.
Shit. Hey, man, hopefully everyone's enjoying their Taco Tuesday, their Taco Topless Tuesday, or whatever the hell, you know what I mean? Hopefully everyone's enjoying. Much love, honor, and respect, everybody. Welcome back to the Insane Wheels channel, man. Thank you guys for being here. We got an interesting one for you guys. The lineup is very wild, to say the least. But the way that we have this set up, we have some stuff that's happening further on today, later on today, like kind of like the Trump to sign the new proclamation. We haven't seen that yet, as well as the White House press briefing. It's not live yet. But nonetheless, we're going to be talking about a whole bunch of this. So we got Chicago ICE raid latest for you guys. We also have an update on LA ICE raids. Mayor Bass speaks out after Supreme Court ruling. And of course, the Supreme Court, well, let's just say they overturned the bullshit. So we're going to be going over that, as well as the Ukrainian refugee stabbed to death on Charlotte Light Rail. We're going to be talking about that. I guess there is a segment out, so we're going to talk about that as well. New batch of Epstein files released by Oversight Committee. Now, I'm not sure about the actual in-depth of any of these stories, I'm going to be honest, aside from the Ukraine refugee that was stabbed to death on a Charlotte light rail. I did see that on social media a couple days ago, and but nonetheless, I don't really have the full background of what's happening with this new batch of Epstein files, so we're going to figure that out together. Also, this is as of 4 hours ago, Gaza Flotilla, that's what the name of this is. Activist group says a drone hit a Gaza aid boat in Tunisia. Authorities deny attack. Then we have an Operation Midway Blitz as of 3 hours ago. Several arrests in Chicago ICE crackdown. And that's part of the poll that I have you guys asking is, do you guys support ICE and what they're doing in their mission, basically. Then as of 55 minutes ago, Israel strikes Hamas leadership in Qatar. I'm not sure if they used drones or if they used missiles of some sort, but I think they probably used some sort of airstrike or drone, something of the effect. But we do have that whole ordeal. It's going on, and that's what we're going to end with today on these stories. There may be a couple of things that come out in between us ending, but nonetheless, that's our lineup for the morning. Before we get into it, man, make sure you guys come in and hit that like button. It helps out the show immensely, and it's free to do so. You know what else is free? Is hitting that subscribe button if you guys are new here. Please consider, though, becoming a member starting only at $2.99 a month. We're making sure we're not breaking the bank out there with anybody, but check it out. This is the way that we stay alive and stay afloat and stay in business. And thank you guys for becoming members and staying members. Little side note here, follow my Instagram at BallValveTV, where I post everything behind the scenes of not only my life, but as well as the show, Millennial Food Time, breaking news. Great way to get a hold of me one-on-one. And we also have a Discord. Make sure you guys check that out, that link, in whether it's in the live chat or down below video description. So thank you guys for joining all of those. And last but not least, all super chat, super stickers, gifted membership signups are all going to be presented and shouted out live onto the show. But if you guys would like to skip that YouTube 30% brutal cut that they take from your hard-earned cash, we have these platforms right here that you guys can donate to. And I have my email up, so if anything comes through, I will absolutely get to that right away. And, you know, speak of the devil.
Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate some freaking.
Shit. Well, we got Motobomb up in the building as well. Thank you for the raid this morning, by the way, right before we had started. Thank you for that, kind sir. I very much appreciate that. We got a whole bunch of you legends up in here. We got Charles that is always begging for Lucy. We got Path Killer as well as Gary. Good morning to you, gentlemen. Great to see you guys. We got Carney's Right as well. Good morning to you, kind sir. Let's see. We got Naomi. Thank you for being here and hanging out with us. Great to see you back in the chat with us. I know that she had to take a little time to feel better and take care of herself, and she did. So that's awesome. We got Rabbit of Chaos in the building as well. Good morning to you. Hopefully you're enjoying the morning as well. Happy Topless Taco Tuesday. We got Biker Babe in the building as well as Wolfheim, my man. Always appreciate you hanging out with us. Good to see you. We got Rob's Neighbor. Good morning. Good morning. Motobomb, my man. We got Brother Sick Bastard. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We're scrolling down. All right, we're getting caught up. All right, cool. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go and hop right into the ordeal. We're going straight into LA. I guess there was an overturn and saying that the Supreme Court states that what is happening right now is legal. What happened in LA and ICE and all of that has been legal. All right.
Welcome back to Live Now from Fox. I'm your host, Mike Page. Thanks again for joining us today on this Monday evening. I want to show you the very latest.
Good morning, Tiffany, by the way. Good morning to you. Hopefully you're enjoying your Tuesday morning.
From Los Angeles. Big news coming from the Supreme Court today as it lifted restrictions on Los Angeles immigration stops, clearing the way for federal agents to conduct sweeping immigration operations. We want to go out right now to LA. That's where we find Rachel
Steve
Aragon,
Posey.
Fox 11
Good
Los
morning.
Angeles, with how the community is reacting.
Yeah, earlier today, several top LA officials, in fact, also standing outside this Home Depot here in Westlake, LA. We also know this exact store, one of a handful of Home Depots targeted over the last few months by federal agents. But now with this new Supreme Court ruling, the concern, though, by many in the community that these raids will continue and prompt more fear.
We will not allow the Supreme
Oh, my God.
Court or anyone to divide us.
Emotional, damn it! Stop the cap.
Rage and a promise to fight back. The message from LA Mayor Karen Bass after the country's highest court's decision allowing federal agents to continue sweeping immigration operations in Los Angeles using race or language as a basis to stop people.
Law enforcement cannot racially profile.
You gotta love the Supreme Court actually ruling with the side of the law, you know? Supreme Court allows ICE raids to resume in LA. Sounds like a W to me. Yeah. Sorry, you as the mayor does not get to over-Trump the Trump administration or the feds. You can't. You cannot. It's actually wild to me that you have all these liberal cities that just sit here and just defend criminals. I just don't understand that concept. And I think it's because they require that they pander to it because it's the vote. They pander to emotion. They pander to an illegal. They may even think that, hey, if we have more illegals, maybe we'll have more people voting on our side. Whatever the case is, I don't know what the deal is, but they're always putting up for the criminal.
And discriminate against Latinos, against Angelinos based on their race.
Angelinos, why do you gotta sound so like? No one ever used to say that, by the way. Us little Angelinos. Listen, I lived in LA. None of us called ourselves Angelinos. And when you say it really gay, by the way.
Why are you gay?
And discriminate against Latinos, against Angelinos based on their race.
From Home Depot.
Hey.
to car washes. Over the last 3 months, the federal immigration raids in the LA area have made some fearful to continue or find work.
Approximately 247
Brother, so loud, my man. Good morning.
car wash workers have disappeared from our communities. This is just unacceptable.
It's a daily fear in our community. People aren't going to church, aren't going to work in many cases.
Ron Goches, a community organizer and teacher in South Los Angeles, says after Monday's ruling, he plans to continue conducting community patrols.
What we try to do is we try to locate ICE activity before they strike so that we can warn our community so they have a chance to defend themselves.
In a social media post,
Wow,
the Department of Homeland
Gary.
Security calling the Supreme Court's decision a victory, adding DHS will continue to arrest and remove the criminal illegal aliens that the mayor of LA is protecting.
Serious, bro?
But top city leaders say they're not backing down despite
Get out of the truck, homeboy.
Monday's decision.
From the beginning, we have known that Los Angeles has been used as a test case for total dominance and unchecked power by the
Oh my God, what are you talking about? You just hate that you can't override the feds. You hate it.
federal government.
You've been getting away with overriding the feds for 20 fucking years.
In response to all of this, Mayor Bass also adding today during that press conference that she's taken several steps to combat this, including filing a Freedom of Information request to really get answers as to the federal government, why and where people are being taken away. Live in Westlake, Rachel Aragon, back to you.
Rachel, thanks so much for those updates. We will see.
Brother Dark Horse, also another Alabama's finest. Good morning and roll tide, baby. Yes, sir. Good to see you.
As well, like Chicago, with the blitz that we saw just unveiled today by HHS. All right, let's continue on in LA and show you just a little bit more from that
LA
conference that happened a little bit ago.
Jesus. Oh my God, look at this thing coming up onto the stage.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Council District 1. Welcome to Westlake. Today's Supreme Court ruling is another devastating attack on civil rights and constitutionality. 6 justices have given immigration agents the green light to racially profile and terrorize our communities with roving patrols.
Yeah, how do you expect them to determine if you're an illegal or not? Sorry, I don't look like I'm an illegal. I speak English. And the Supreme Court actually ruled, I think yesterday, that if you speak Spanish, that is enough for them to arrest you, actually. They can actually cuff you, arrest you, or detain you, rather. Detain is actually the correct word. They can detain you just off of speaking Spanish and be questioned about their, if you have the right, the legal right to be here.
That snatch people off the streets based on nothing more than how they look, like my brown skin, or where they work, like this day labor center here, or which language they speak, which I speak Spanish as well. They're coming for people that look like me. You are sitting on the ground where literally our people were tripped and trampled and beat up by these people. Tear gas was used right behind you, rubber bullets.
What's up, brother Hook Dog, my man? That's no joke, bro. She has not missed a Taco Tuesday her entire life. I can promise you that, bro.
Bullets were used in this area, but it's a place of community as well, of resilience, of resisting what is happening. We all swore an oath to uphold the Constitution. I swore an oath to uphold the Constitution, and that means calling this decision what it is. It is unlawful. We have a Supreme Court in this country that was supposed to set the rule of the land, but this is a court that has been bought off, where people have been appointed that have harmed so many people in their past, and now
yeah, it's very true, David. By the way, good morning to you.
They're doing
Hopefully you're
is just harming more
enjoying the
people
morning.
as Supreme Court justices. And that is disgusting, that is devastating, because we are a country that's supposed to have 3 branches of government. Checks and balances. There is no more checks and balances. And that's what happened.
There is no more checks and balances. Oh my God, dude, listen to that.
We are a country that's supposed to have 3 branches of government. Checks and balances. There is no more checks and balances. And that's what happens in an authoritarian government. These raids have completely shattered public trust in government.
Good morning.
And it's devastating. They have kidnapped workers trying to make an honest living, torn parents away from their kids, and terrorized our elders. This isn't about making a...
You know, it's kind of crazy, but I bet you there's a lot of lefties that are like, man, these people just don't represent who I am. Maybe I'm a lefty, but I don't agree with any of that. They're misrepresenting my position. And I feel bad for you guys. If you're a legitimate lefty, blah, blah, blah. Well, actually, I don't feel bad for any lefty, to be real. I at this point, I'm starting to think that, you know, it's boiling down to a mental issue at this point. It's obvious. It's evident.
America great again. Over 70% of the people ICE has in custody have no criminal records. It's never been about criminals. It's never been about people who have anything on their records. It's been about who they don't want to see in this country anymore. And they're starting with Latinos, and they will be coming for others. Recognize that. They're already taking citizens. It doesn't matter.
Got a Latinga.
Wake up. If they really cared about safety, they wouldn't be slashing funding for the programs that actually keep us safe, like violence prevention, housing, healthcare, addiction treatment, gun safety, youth programs, all of that. They cut safety at its roots and then call immigrants the threat. When literally California is the 4th largest economy in the world, not by accident, but because of the contributions of our immigrant communities. And we got here because of immigrant labor.
And you guys are still in the negative. Isn't that funny?
They are literally our
4th biggest economy in the world, but still in the negative.
teachers, our farmers, our doctors. You look at any industry and you will encounter someone who's an immigrant or the daughter or children of immigrants like myself. My office, let me take a step back. To target them is to target the economy of the entire country. You don't get to profit off of our labor and then criminalize our existence. My office will continue fighting for policies that protect our immigrant neighbors. We will continue to...
God, do you ever fucking wrap it up, lady?
A few moments later.
This is fucking giving me emotional damage, bro. I'm gonna need this left-handed tobacco like ASAP already, and we're not even through the first story.
I would cheer them with Caresen, with Salif, with the workers and families, and make it clear, immigrants are the backbone of this country, not the enemy, and we're here to throw down with them. And I'm so excited to see also Andelon and others leading in this space, and they have for decades. And I'm here just to say we're with you, and we'll fight alongside you to make sure we can keep...
Yeah, Steve Posey, I actually have Operation Midway Blitz ready to go. I have it on the background. Several arrests in Chicago. ICE crackdown. They've already arrested, I think, at least four people, they say, in this already. So, anyways.
Our families together. And media, yes, thank you so much for being here and telling these stories, because when the raids were happening earlier this year, they were saying Los Angeles is on fire, when we knew that it was only a couple blocks away. But that type...
Why are you gay?
...of narrative is what allows for more unconstitutional acts to take place. So thank you for being here and thank you for having me.
Thank you, council member. So before we hear from the lawyers in this case, it's our deep honor to be joined by the leader of our city, who has been...
Dude, are you guys gonna still whine over the... Oh, Karen Bass about to do it. Karen Bass about to do it. Oh, no. I was about to skip and like exit this, but now that she's gonna speak, we gotta listen to it.
Public counsel.
I know it's a lot of emotional damage. I know. Just sit through it. We're going to get through it together. We got like 7 stories after this.
Kirla and all of the community organizations that are here. I am very proud to...
My man, good morning as well. Hopefully you're enjoying the morning.
...stand with you, and we are so fortunate in our city to have these organizations that have a long history of defending immigrant Angelenos. Today, the Supreme Court, the very body that used to advance civil rights...
Brother Hardwire, good morning.
...and defend personal liberties, has now given the green light for law enforcement to profile and detain Angelenos based on their race. I want the...
Yeah. How else do you think?
...entire nation to hear me when I say this isn't just an attack on the people of Los Angeles. This is an attack on every person in this city and in every city in our country.
No, it's not. It's to protect the people that are in it, because you're not doing it. You're not protecting your people. You're only coming up with excuses and everything for a criminal. You don't give a fuck about the average person, the actual citizen. You don't give a fuck. You just look at all of the people that are citizens here legally. You just look at them as taxpayers. That's all you do.
Justice Sotomayor said it best in her dissent. She wrote, "We should not have to live in a country where the government can seize anyone who looks Latino, speaks Spanish, and appears to work in a low-wage job, rather than stand..."
I know, Gary. It's hard for me, too.
...by while our constitutional freedoms are lost. I dissent. And I agree with her. I dissent. We all dissent. Because from the beginning, we have known that Los Angeles has been used as a test case for total dominance and unchecked power by the federal government. We have been used as a test case to begin to normalize military intervention and takeover of our cities. And standing united, we took their unlawful and unconstitutional tactics to court, and we won, not once, but twice. 2 different courts ruled in our...
What's up, Brother Dwayne? Good morning.
In favor of the people...
Yeah, 2 other rogue judges fucking ruled in your favor, which, the Supreme Court comes in and says... no, what Trump is doing with ICE in LA is legal. So if the Supreme Court, we're talking about SCOTUS here, right? We're talking about the highest level of the judicial system. And you're going to tell me that you're going to take the words of two other way low-level judges compared to the feds or compared to the Supreme Court. You're telling me that that's what you are siding with? Typical.
And our immigrant population, that law enforcement
Brother
cannot
Steve? Good
racially
morning.
profile and discriminate against Latinos, against Angelinos based on their race.
Angelinos.
The rule of law used to mean something.
Oh my God, why are you gay?
Why are you gay?
But to the Supreme Court. But now, with the stroke of a pen, the Supreme Court has undermined the rights of millions. And how ironic is it?
Brother Blair in the building as well. Good morning.
That this same Supreme Court that ruled colleges cannot use race in the admissions process has now ruled that law enforcement can use race to conduct raids and detain people.
Yes, they can. They ruled that. Let me go ahead and play that back again for you guys.
Ruled that
the Supreme Court ruled
colleges cannot use race in the admissions process.
Not that.
Has now ruled that law
has now ruled
enforcement can use race to conduct raids and detain people.
Yes, they can.
Will that same Supreme Court next decide that it's okay if we are separate but equal? That some can marry but others can't? That rights apply to some groups and not to others? That they will ignore precedent and do whatever the White House wishes? Unfortunately,
that's the entire point, Stacks. I don't care if it's a fucking white guy that looks exactly like me. If you're fucking here illegally, you're here illegally. Get the fuck out of my country, bro. I'm done having us getting taken over. Look at how this shit worked out for the UK. Look how this shit worked out for Europe. If we don't check this shit, we're gonna lose our culture, 100,000%. So I'm glad that
we could not rely on the Supreme Court.
I'm glad that there is so much focus on this right now. It's great.
To deliver justice. I have already directed all city departments to bolster protocols and training in compliance with the city's law prohibiting the use of resources in immigration enforcement. I've also submitted a Freedom of Information.
What's up, Get Some Jay? Yes, sir. I did see that and heard her say that as well. Good morning.
Requesting the federal government provide exactly where people are being taken and why. We know that this is simple.
Shit, you know what? We do have a PSA. It's time.
Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate some freaking.
Shit. We got Brother Bob up in the building. Good morning to you, kind sir. Great to see you. Hopefully you're enjoying your Topless Taco Tuesday morning. We got Brother Slim as well. Hopefully you're enjoying the morning as well. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Frederick Frame in the building as well, man. Good morning. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We got Poi Dog. Can we put a wall around California? I agree. I agree with this. And I actually just moved out of LA or Southern California. I moved out last summer. So I finally got away, man. I got away. I escaped. Feels ultra good. We got Abe Dinkus in the building as well. Another fantastic YouTuber. Great to see you. Hopefully you're enjoying your Topless Taco Tuesday.
Un-American. But as enraging as the news is for many Angelinos and people across the country, let me make this very clear for the press and to our country that we will not allow the Supreme Court or anyone to divide us. We will not.
No, the Supreme Court is not dividing us, quote unquote. You are the one dividing the people. You are sticking up for illegals. You are sticking up for criminals. You don't give a fuck about the average person, like the citizen. Like I said, you only give a fuck about us for taxes. And it's the fucking truth.
And we will not participate in these cruel, inhumane tactics. And to all Angelinos, I will never stop fighting for your rights. I will always stand.
She is definitely gay.
Why are you gay? You are gay.
In solidarity and support of all of the organizations here that represent our people. Thank you, and let me just say, we will bring justice to
Can you just get it over with, please?
A few moments later.
This issue to our community. We will not stand for this type of discrimination and racism. Thank you.
Oh my God, that was really hard for me to get through, ladies and gentlemen. That was hard. This Brillo Bad needs to shut the fuck up. I agree. Why are you gay? You are gay. All right, we're moving on into the next story here. Ukrainian refugee got stabbed to death on a Charlotte light rail. I guess this happened 2 or 3 days ago. I saw this on social media the day it happened, and it's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. Let's go ahead and check it out.
All right, everyone, we are back here for you this evening on Live Now from Fox. I'm your host, Mike Page. Thanks again for joining us. So, well, next up for our top story of this hour, we are going to be talking about what President Trump is responding to, North Carolina officials as well. This was this
thank you, Frank. Yes, thank you for calling that out. I've got my left-handed tobacco right here. We're going to do it. It's time to cook. Yeah, it happened. Like I see that Blair said, this happened like a week ago. Yeah, I did see that over the weekend. That's when I saw it. I think I saw it Friday afternoon, or I saw it like Saturday. I can't really remember, but yeah, no, I hear you. I hear you, homie. And we got TVT in the building as well. Good morning to you up there in Canada as well.
Provoked attack that happened on a train in North Carolina. A man who just seemingly doesn't have any conversation with this woman, and then all of a sudden starts to stab her. And we were able to get a screen grab.
No, I don't think that man is getting out on bond. I don't think so. We'll see, but I don't think that's the case.
That incident, you can see the woman does not see it coming at all. The man there with the knife in hand about to do the stabbing. So here's what we know. Officials in Charlotte, North Carolina have faced sharp criticism for failing to keep a man with a history of mental illness, arrests, and erratic behavior off the streets before he fatally stabbed a young Ukrainian refugee on a commuter train last month, a killing that critics say could have been prevented. Police say the 23-year-old Ukrainian woman who fled the war in Ukraine.
Oh, I understand. He was out on bond when he made this attack. I understand. And I also heard that this man had also followed this person. Let me know if that's true in the chat, you guys. But I guess this guy like followed her all over the fucking place and then finally did this whole whatever. Man. A black man being violent? Nah, that's unheard of, bro.
Only to be killed in an apparently random attack back on August 22nd, was stabbed by a man with a long record of criminal charges and psychiatric episodes. The suspect, a 34-year-old DeCarlos Brown Jr., has served time in prison, been briefly committed for other mental issues, and was arrested earlier this year after repeatedly calling 911 from a hospital. And now the White House, including President Trump, is responding to this. The White House putting this on X of President Trump's statement saying, "I have seen the horrific video of a beautiful young Ukrainian refugee who..."
No, I know that. I saw the video of the whole thing where he was already on the train, but I heard that he had been following her and like studying this chick, and then knew to be on that train because she was coming home from work. She was going home from work. Yeah.
Came to America to escape the vicious war in Ukraine and was innocently riding the metro in Charlotte, North Carolina, where she was brutally ambushed by a mentally deranged lunatic. The perpetrator was a well-known career criminal who had been previously arrested and released on cashless bail in January, a total of 14 times. What the hell was he doing riding the train and walking the streets? Criminals like this need to be locked up. Again, that was from President Trump. And we have...
Yes, real quick. And we got Naomi saying we got 27 in the chat, but we got 30 likes, man. W to the Breakfast Club. Sam Wheels family, man, I appreciate you guys sincerely. Thank you for making these
as well
shows happen. You know, if it weren't for you guys, we wouldn't be doing this shit. So
here is the picture there of the two. But Speaker Mike Johnson saying an innocent young woman was brutally murdered in cold blood in Charlotte by a man with 14 prior arrests. This never should have happened, but because of Democrats' soft on crime policies, another young person is dead. Where is the mainstream media? Their silence today speaks volumes. Thankfully, President of the United States.
Yeah, no kidding. And here's the thing. What's crazy is, you know, I actually did see that whole picture of the chick in her room that surfaced on the internet that had Black Lives Matter above her door or whatever. And I say, that shit's ironic. That shit's ironic. She's someone sitting over here being a white advocate for an organization that has nothing to do with her. And guess what? She ends up dying by a fucking black dude. You know? Fucking ironic.
States, House Republicans and the American people know the truth. Law and order saves lives. We also have a response from
Brother Dean over there in Israel. My man, hopefully you're enjoying the morning, or actually for you, it's afternoon. Your Topless Taco Tuesday afternoon.
The governor of North Carolina, Josh Stein, saying, I am heartbroken for the family who lost their loved one to this senseless act of violence, and I am appalled by the footage of her murder. We need more cops on the beat to keep people safe. That's why my budget calls for more funding to hire more well-trained police officers. I call upon the legislature to pass my law enforcement recruitment and retention package to address vacancies in our state and local agencies so they can stop these horrific crimes and hold violent criminals accountable. This is from the mayor of Charlotte, Vi Lyle, saying the video of the heartbreaking attack that took the life is now public. I want to thank our media partners and community members who have chosen not to repost or share the footage out of respect for Irana's family. This was a senseless and tragic loss. My prayers remain with her loved ones as they continue to grieve through an unimaginable time. Like so many of you, I'm heartbroken, and I've been thinking about what safety really looks like in our city. I remain committed to doing.
Now, here's the issue with a lot of these. We've talked about this on this channel many times. I just have to reiterate. It's not just a police issue, for instance. It is a corrupt DA issue. It's a corrupt judges issue. These judges are just letting fucking people out that should never fucking hit the streets ever again. I'm not talking about you got a weed charge or something stupid. I'm not talking about something like that. I'm talking about violence. I'm talking about real history of you being fucked up. You being a fucked up person. You being a threat to society. But yet we have these fucking corrupt judges and DAs that are letting these people out like it's fucking nothing. But meanwhile, we'll hold someone that sold an ounce of weed. We'll hold him in fucking prison for 20 years. You know what I mean? It's like, get the fuck out of here. You know, it's like, let's have some sort of priority here for our public safety. Anyways,
all we can do to protect our residents and ensure Charlotte is a place where everyone feels safe. And this was an interesting time that's really played out yesterday to get the attention of the president. There was a media member when the president came back from New York City and he was talking to the media. The one reporter did ask, do you know about the situation that happened?
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. I'm just glad that we have the pushback that we finally do, because it seemed like that it seemed like for real in 2020 and even prior to that, it seemed like it could happen for real, and it almost did. And thank God that we had all of us push back finally. And you also see the rise of shows like this, what I'm doing right now and stuff like that. So we got Mark as well. Good morning to you, kind sir. Good morning. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself. We're going to be moving on into the new batch of Epstein files released by Oversight Committee. I guess so. Remember, we reported the 33,000 pages of Epstein files that were given by the Oversight Committee over to the administration, whatever. So anyways, they released this information, but this information, like 98% of the fucking information that came out was already shit that that information the public already knew about. It's already open. So it's really mind-blowing to watch shit like that happen. And like no one really talk about that. You know, like, oh yeah, they're releasing this, they're releasing that. Like, how much has actually been seen by the public already though? You know, anyways, we're going to move on into this, and I want to figure this out of this new batch of Epstein files. Let's see what kind of political theater we're going to get ourselves into this time.
Welcome back, everyone, here to Live Down from Fox. I'm your host, Mike Page. Always great to be with you. We come back with some breaking news. You know, it seems like every day there are some new updates regarding these Epstein files, and we are learning now that the House Oversight Committee releasing a new batch of these files. Take a look here from Fox News saying House Oversight Committee releases a new trove of Jeffrey Epstein files, including his will, a legal agreement, and entries from his address book. So let's continue to break it down and bring in my next guest here to help us do that. This is Kaylin Deese with the Washington Examiner. Thanks so much for being with us. We always appreciate it.
Appreciate you having me on, Mike.
All right, so let's break this down a little bit. Every day, you know, there seems to be these new updates, these new troves of. That's
the one that I use. I just push it every single time after I I do the whole show, or after I do that clip, I push that myself. That gong right there, yeah, I push it every time. That's why.
These documents, and I mean, what really sticks out to you this day?
Well, for one thing, I think that the letter that we saw, the illustration, I guess, if you will, of the birthday note to that was allegedly written by Donald Trump is very interesting to see that sort of in the ether, because one thing that we know is that there's this ongoing lawsuit that the president...
The dude got released, Steve Posey. Oh my fucking God. Yeah, see, that's the type of bullshit I'm talking about, bro. Just in fucking sane. Nothing even surprises me anymore.
Has filed against News Corp over the reporting that was done on this illustration, on this letter, so to speak. And the thing that stands out to me is that one thing is that the administration has already denied that this was the signature of the president, pointing to some of his more recent signatures where they just don't sort of add up in the shape and the form of which he normally signs things today as president. Although there have been some revelations about some of the things that he signed back in the 90s, many different accounts where we do see this little swoop, this little line that he draws at the end of the signature that does seem to sort of resemble what we see in this note that he allegedly sent in the Epstein book. So I think that it is interesting, given that there is that lawsuit again against News Corp.
Okay, cool, but I want to get down into the fucking actual, like, how many pages were released. Like, I don't need to hear your fucking ramble, bro. Let's see if we can get anything here. Jeffrey Epstein's estate began handing documents over to Capitol Hill lawmakers on Monday, which is yesterday. This is pursuant to a subpoena issued by the House Oversight Committee last month. Following this, the Oversight Committee released new files related to Epstein, including his will, a legal agreement, and an address book of entries. So this is what the new shit is, including his will, a legal agreement, and address book entries. Jesus. All right, well, honestly, I don't need to hear 20 minutes of rambling of that shit. I'm going to be quite honest. I just wanted the fact of what's happening here. I really don't give a fuck about their political theater. I care about what's actually happening, and I'm sorry that may not be as entertaining, but that's what I give a fuck about. So, we got Gorilla Biscuits in the building. Yo! My man, thank you so much for the membership drop-off there, man. I really appreciate that, kind sir. Thank you for helping out not only me, but someone in the Breakfast Club, man. Very much appreciate that. We're going to be moving on real quick into, we're going to be talking about Israel for a little bit. I guess there's an activist group says a drone hit a Gaza aid boat in Tunisia, that Tunisia, Tunisia. I don't know. Authorities deny attack. And then we're going to be going into Operation Midway Blitz after that, talking about the several arrests that happened in Chicago. And then we're going to be going back into Israel regarding there was these, I don't know if they're airstrikes, but I think they're airstrikes. Israel airstrikes Hamas leadership in Qatar. And that just happened right before we started the show. But we'll be ending with that. So anyways, let's go ahead and pop up what's happening with this activist group over here.
International activist groups seeking to deliver...
And these are quick updates, by the way.
...for aid to Gaza on a flotilla says one of its boats was hit by what it believes was a drone while docked in Tunisia. Tunisian authorities denied a drone was involved and said they are investigating a fire in a life jacket aboard the boat. The Global Summit flotilla said in a statement overnight that a vessel known as the Family Boat and traveling under a Portuguese flag was, quote, struck by a drone, but that no one aboard was hurt. I do have some of the footage that was posted on that group's social media page here, in which they say that was the strike that happened. So let's take a look at this quickly here. Take a look. This is the photo that was posted there by the Global Summit flotilla on their social media. And it shows a flash of light landing on one of the boats and setting off what appears to be a fire. I'm going to keep this on your screen for a little bit.
Yes, sir. And that's going to be the last story that I talk about today, Dean. Yes, sir.
Here, just so we can get a loop of this entire video. But the group, whose flotilla was scheduled to leave Tunisia on Wednesday, is expected to give a news conference in Tunis later today.
Oh, shit. And you guys got another 3 over there from Hamas over there in Qatar? Holy shit.
I believe that news conference is happening right at this moment, but I do want to set the scene here for you and show this video. Now, it said that the incident would not derail its mission to deliver aid to Gaza, and this flotilla is part of a broad movement seeking to deliver aid to Gaza by boat. The Tunisian Interior Ministry said in a statement that reports about a drone attack were unfounded and that specialized security units are investigating the results of a fire in a life jacket. The Israeli military and Israeli government did not immediately respond to requests for comment.
Damn.
And I have that statement here also on social media. This posted on X from that organization. Saying this, the Global Summit Flotilla denounces a drone attack on one of its main vessels, which has caused a material damage by a fire, but not personal damage. Let's head out live right now to Tunisia. We do have that footage of the news conference that's happening at this moment. Let's listen in.
We're not going to understand shit.
النقطة الثانية هي هل سنظهر أم لا؟ الحقيقة كان لدينا بعض الشكوك المتعلقة ببعض القوارب.
So as you can see here, some of the statements not being given in English. I do believe that earlier we did have statements in English. So again, it's just one of those other press conferences that we will re-rack and bring them to you with more of those English speakers. But this is concerning that breaking news that we are just now bringing to you, that the international activist group seeking to deliver aid to Gaza on a flotilla says one of its boats was hit by what it believes was a drone while docked in Tunisia. Tunisian authorities denying that a drone was involved and said they are investigating a fire in a life jacket aboard that boat.
They're investigating a fire and a life jacket regarding that boat. Interesting. They say there is no drone. I don't know, man. All right, we're going to move on into Chicago here. We're going to be quickly going to Chicago and then back to Israel because both of these are actually very quick updates. Let's go ahead and bring this up for you guys. Operation Midway Blitz, they're calling it.
Back into live now from Fox as we are taking a live look out here in Chicago, Illinois. It's one of the cities that is really being targeted by the Trump administration when it comes to the latest immigration efforts. Now we're going to be joined by Fox 32 Chicago's Joni Lum, who has the story. Joni.
And good morning. There's an immigrant rights group that has rapid response teams on the ground, and they report that immigrants have been detained in 3 Chicago locations on the southwest side. ICE confirming that they are carrying out what Homeland Security calls Operation Midway Blitz. It is aimed at Illinois, the governor of Illinois being mentioned as the reason for this. Chicago
leaders if you're not going to allow your cops to do their job, the feds are going to come in and overrule you. Yeah, that's how that shit works. Yeah.
Confirmed that people were picked up on Archer Avenue at 47th, 49th, and 51st Streets on Sunday. The Illinois Coalition for Immigrant and Refugee Rights Organization has those teams out there watching ICE activity. A person from the community shot some video of the detention as advised by activists. One of the detainees was a well-known flower vendor in the neighborhood. Neighbors say that person didn't harm or bother anyone, and the arrest happened right outside a Chicago high school.
Was never about arresting the worst of the worst.
Oh my God. Here we go. Why do these people do this shit, bro?
Emotional, damn it.
It's been about terrorizing our communities, but we will not be intimidated.
But we will not be intimidated.
Bruh.
ICE and Homeland Security say they are here to remove dangerous threats from the public. People who are going to work in school are very concerned about this, some afraid to do that. And there's going to be
you be safe out there, brother Steve Easy. We'll see you on the flip side, my man. Always appreciate you.
Another protest march in downtown Chicago. We were with Live Now on Saturday showing that protest. It was large, about 2,000 people who shut down the streets in downtown Chicago. Again, that group will gather here on Michigan Avenue during afternoon rush hour today. Reporting live, I'm Joni Lum. Now back to you.
And Joni, we do appreciate Fox 32 there in Chicago for sharing those images with us. Before I let you go, I'm wondering, because I'm seeing you're standing out there in the street, have you noticed any increase in police presence around in the area you're at?
Not this morning. There will be later today, though. We saw some crews who were setting up. In Chicago, there is communication and coordination between Chicago police and those activists who plan to protest here. So on Saturday, I walked the entire route of that protest. There were police at every corner to make sure that nobody gets hurt during these things. There was an instigator who's trying to stir up trouble.
Shit, what's up, Tats? Hopefully you're enjoying your afternoon over there across the pond. Great to see you as always. Hopefully you're enjoying your Taco Tuesday so far. I definitely know that we are.
And they were able to de-escalate that situation. Here in Chicago, safety authorities are proud that they are able to manage these big protests almost on a weekly basis, having had a lot of experience in this area. Now, there are people out in the neighborhoods who are reporting that they're seeing U.S. Customs Border Protection trucks on the move, ICE agents on the move, and so people in the neighborhood are watching for that part of law enforcement. Back to you.
All right, Joni, Lana, thank you so much again for your time as you were covering this very important story. You take care, and we'll check in soon.
Yes, or Teddy Tuesday. I like Teddy Tuesday, too. I like that. Definitely down.
I want to head back out live to this image that we have over the Chicago skyline there. As Joni just mentioned, more protests are set for later on today, given these immigration raids. Now, Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker, he has been locked in a back and forth with President Trump for days there, criticizing the move. He, as well as Chicago's Mayor Brandon Johnson, defending the state and city's extensive sanctuary laws, which bar coordination between local police.
Sanctuary laws. You mean your made-up laws? Your sanctuary laws. Your made-up laws, yeah.
And immigration agents. They've accused the Trump administration.
Your illegal laws. How about that?
Using scare tactics, particularly with Latino residents in the nation's third largest city. I want to bring us back out to this.
Yeah, wah. Keep fucking crying, baby bitches. All right, let's go into Israel now. Israel strikes Hamas leadership in Qatar. I guess, as Brother Dean let us know in the chat, I guess they got 3 of them. This is a quick update, and let me make sure I'm going to update the news side on my side and see if, we're completely caught up for the day. So this will be the last story, and then we're going to be rating somebody.
In the meantime, I do want to take you out to some of the other big stories that we are covering internationally. Right here on your screen, you can see over in Gaza as folks are evacuating. The IDF urging people to leave Gaza as their operation in that area does expand. Again, that is a live look where you can see folks are kind of sitting in traffic waiting to leave. They're bringing all of their belongings with them, as again, Israel says that they are expecting their operations to pretty much ramp up at this point. Now, the IDF putting this on social media, saying the IDF and the ISA conducted a precise strike targeting the senior leadership of the Hamas terrorist organization. For years, these men.
Real quick, make sure you guys hit that like button. It doesn't matter if it was in the beginning or in the end, man. I very much appreciate you guys hitting that like button.
Members of the Hamas leadership have led the terrorist organization's operations, are directly responsible for the brutal October 7th massacre, and have been orchestrating and managing the war against the state of Israel. Prior to the strike, measures were taken in order to mitigate harm to civilians, including the use of precise munitions and additional intelligence. The IDF and ISA will continue to operate.
Hold on real quick. Dean says, Justin, Israel security are saying up to 6 Hamas leaders were taking out. Wow. Holy fuck, dude. Over there in Qatar.
With determination in order to defeat the Hamas terrorist organization responsible for the October 7th massacre. Again, that is a post coming in right now from the Israel Defense Forces as we follow all of the latest developments out of Gaza. Again, a live look here as folks are essentially sitting in traffic. They are waiting to make it through to evacuate the area after the IDF said they do need to evacuate. And we also have Trey Yingst right here. He is our friend over at Fox News. We always check in with him. And he did say Israel strikes Hamas leadership that is over in Doha, Qatar. We did see that tweet from the IDF, and it looks like Trey has a little bit more information there saying that that strike was in Doha.
Shit. All right. Well, what a freaking news day. What a news day today, ladies and gentlemen. That was pretty radical. All right. Thank you guys so much for making these very shows happen. Make sure you guys also stick around for the raid. We're going to be raiding our buddy CT. Let him know we're coming through with the Mike Ball raid. It's always a great time over there listening to their panels for damn sure. And Brother Gorilla Biscuits, I really appreciate you as well, gifting out that membership as well. It helps out immensely, so thank you for that. Thank you all for making these very shows happen, man. Let me make sure that we're actually... Okay, boom, we're ready to rock and roll over there. All right, we will see you guys tomorrow morning for more of the World's Madness as we continue on reporting from, well, not the scene, from right here, from Insane Wheels, man. So anyways, much love, honor, respect, everybody, and God bless everybody.
From the depths of darkness, a voice emerges, a host with a fire burning.